Hello, my name is Aidan Shalafu. I'm the recruitment coordinator for the Bader International Study Center, and I'm very happy that you're here. And of course, I'm very excited to be telling you today about the Bader International Study Center, otherwise known as the BISC, or better yet by our students as the Castle. Now, as you may know, Queen's University has two campuses. There's one, and probably the one you're most familiar with, which is in Kingston, Ontario. But we have another campus, an international campus located in the UK. Our students study in a 15th century castle located on a beautiful 600-acre estate right in the heart of the English countryside. And as you can see in this photo here, our campus is just absolutely incredible. While you're here, you're likely to see a lot of animals, including peacock, sheep, and cattle, as well as a lot of wildlife. We have many gardens, some of which are even as old as the castle itself. Now, despite our location, we're not too far from the action. London is just a short hour-and-a-half train ride away, and as you know, it's a global city with many top businesses and important institutions, and these are going to play a role in your education, but more on that in just a moment. Of course, before you decide that you're coming to the Castle or to the Kingston campus or any university for that matter, you need to think about what programs you're interested in. So these are the programs that we offer at the BISC. We have arts and sciences, and the way it works at Queen's is arts and sciences are general in your first year of university, and you'll pick a major or a specialization at the end of first year. We also offer concurrent education with the arts and sciences. This allows you to get your B.Ed alongside your B.A. or your B.Sc. And lastly, we also have health sciences. This is a great program for anyone considering medical school, dentistry, becoming a vet even. And what's a little bit different about health sciences is that this is a direct entry program. So if you apply to health sciences, this will be your major. Now, students who study at the Castle do so in their first year of university, and then they return to the Kingston campus to complete the rest of their studies. However, we do also offer some upper year programs, things such as international law and politics, archaeology, and global health and disability. But today we'll be focusing on the first year programs. Now, you may be wondering, why should you consider the Castle? And the most notable reason is that we're the only Canadian university program for first-year students to study abroad. However, there is also so much more. Take, for example, our immersive academics. The BISC's academic environment is designed to maximize your learning in first-year university. We do so in a few different ways. We have a small cohort of 130 students with average class sizes of 14 to 17 students. You'll also find that we have a very welcoming and tight-knit community, and our professors are very involved with the community as well too. This allows our professors to connect easily with our students, and in class you'll find that your professors can really tailor their instruction to meet your learning needs. We liken this to having a graduate style contact, but of course, this is your first year of undergraduate. And ultimately, this personalized experience will ensure your academic success in later years. Next, I want to talk about experiential learning. And experiential learning is really the core of the BISC program. We deliver experiential learning through what we call ELOs, or experiential learning opportunities. They encourage you to learn through discovery and practical experience. Often, you'll be outside of the classroom, and frequently, you'll be working on skills that are sought after by employers. ELOs are built into every single one of our courses, and you'll participate in about 20 ELOs during your time at the Castle. Now, if you're still wondering what exactly is an ELO, not to worry, I have some concrete examples. Take, for example, art history. You could study art history from a textbook, or you could study art history up close and in person at the British Museum, and that's exactly what we do. Similarly, we have our psychology ELOs. For this particular one, we actually take our students to Drusilla Zoo, where they're going to observe and document the behavior of animals at the zoo. Then they return to campus to create a psychological assessment of the animals. This is amazing prep for later projects in the psychology program, but also really to bridge the theoretical knowledge and put it in a practical setting. So this is a very important one for our psych students. Next, I want to talk about biology. Our biology students are staying very close to the castle. They're actually headed out onto the estate to assist with our rewilding program. During the Middle Ages, the environment of Sussex was devastated by medieval farming practices that resulted in a huge loss of life. Our students in biology are actually going to research the local extinction of historic species and develop a plan to reintroduce these species. However, as a bio student, you're actually going to go one step further. Not only are you doing the research, but you will actually be reintroducing these species into the local habitat to monitor their reestablishment. Next, or I should say last, but not least again, I do want to go to health sciences. And as a health sciences student, you're not headed to the pub like the photo might suggest. You're actually going to be retracing the footsteps of Jon Snow. Jon Snow is not the Game of Thrones character. He's actually the father of modern epidemiology. He discovered how disease was passed from person to person, which folks during his time just did not know that that is how you got sick. You'll see how he tracked a cholera outbreak around London. Now, once you return to campus, you're going to combine his methods along with your current knowledge of epidemics to create a contact tracing program that could be used to track infections in, say, the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, another amazing benefit of studying at the castle is certainly our international experience. You'll find yourself immersed in the culture of Sussex. You'll also be familiar with the wider British culture, and you're at the doorstep to the rest of Europe. You're going to meet faculty, students, and guest speakers with international experience or who come from around the world. This will really help you develop your intercultural competency. This is a very valuable skill to have as it allows you to be adaptable and resilient in unfamiliar situations. We see in Canada that 80% of employers are actively looking for candidates with international experience. So this is a great way to get it. One way that you'll have international experience is with our fall and winter midterm trips, where you'll be traveling with your class for 5 days to explore Europe. Typically, the fall trip is to Oxford, and in past years, the winter trip has been to Paris. We're always going to encourage you to explore further. So after those midterm trips, you're going to have another 4 to 5 days to continue exploring with your friend. We also reserve Fridays for ELOs. So if you don't have an ELO on Friday, it's a day off and you have a 3-day weekend. What you may consider doing is taking the train for an hour to head to the Gatwick airport. And from there, you can easily catch a cheap flight to just about anywhere else in Europe. Or you can even explore the local area, places like the South Downs National Park with the beautiful chalk cliffs, Brighton and Hove, which has the Royal Pavilion, the Brighton Pier, an amazing nightlife, and a very strong LGBTQ community. We'll actually help you see many of these places as our student services team operates what we call the mini bus service. So during the week, the mini bus will take you off campus into town so you can get some groceries or hang out. And on the weekends, it'll actually take you to many of these places that I mentioned around the local area and quite a few more. But bringing it back to campus, you'll find that there's always something happening on site. And we really do have such an inviting community. Some of our activities include things such as clubs, intramurals, student government, and committees, which are run by our student life coordinators. And these work on your career skills. Off campus, many students enjoy volunteering with our community partners or joining local sports leagues. There's also many music and performance opportunities. These are all organized by two very accomplished musicians, Diana Gilchrist and Shelley Katz, who run so many programs, things like choir and musicians in residence and quite a bit more. So be sure to connect with them if you're interested in getting involved. Because of our location, all of our students live on site in Bader Hall, a traditional residence right across the road from the castle. Bader Hall has everything you'd expect, from 24/7 security to common rooms, study spaces, and even music rooms. We also have cardio and weight rooms, and one thing that really sets us apart is that we provide our students with linens, towels, and even a mini fridge, so you don't need to bring those items with you. The BISC also has a comprehensive meal plan. Our dining hall has a rotating menu with a wide variety of food, and we accommodate dietary restrictions. Please just be sure to let us know about them. There's a few food options as well outside of the meal plan, things like the Chestnuts Cafe, which is right on site, and it has typical English tea fare. I'm told the cakes are excellent. There's also the local cuisine. Many of the pubs in the area you can easily walk to, or of course you can catch the minibus, but you'll find that the local cuisine where we are is very multicultural. There's many similarities with food here in Canada. And lastly, there's also the Headless Drummer. While they don't serve food, it's a great place to get a pint after class. It's our bar, or our English pub, I should say, and it's right in the castle. Now, we find that students who attend the BISC are very successful in their studies. Part of this is certainly because of our approach to academics, but also the extensive support that we provide. This includes things such as study support and academic advising. As well, our students have access to doctors and counselors. They will come on site to see you. And this year too, I'm very happy to announce that all of our students have personal success coaches to make sure they're transitioning well to university life and they're on track with everything. And of course, if there's anything you need at all, be sure to speak to our student services team. They'll be able to assist you. If you recall at the beginning of the presentation, I mentioned that our students come to the Kingston campus to continue their studies after first year at the castle. We offer all the same supports I just mentioned, plus some additional supports to help you comfortably transition to living in Kingston. Things such as the Welcome to Kingston Day, which is an orientation for BISC students. I encourage you to go, as it's where you'll meet the BISC mentors, and these are folks who have done a year at the castle and a year in Kingston. They understand how the transition is, and most importantly, they know where everything is on campus. Kingston is really an amazing city. If you haven't visited it, I encourage you to, as I'm certain that you will enjoy it. As you've seen, the Bader International Study Center offers an amazing experience, and I'm happy to say we offer it at a very reasonable price. The BISC program fee is approximately $43,000 Canadian. The program fee includes your tuition and course fees, your meal plan, residence, the minibus service, your experiential learning opportunities, your fall and winter midterm trips, and more. I encourage you to check out our website to see a comprehensive list of everything included in that program fee. Now, this said, we do recognize that university is a major financial undertaking. Your ability to pay for your education can come from a variety of sources. Some of your funding may come from Queen's Financial Aid. We offer things such as automatic admission awards ranging from $1,500 to $4,000. There's no application necessary. We assess you at the time that you're offered admission to Queen's. We also have the Tricolor Bursary. Now, this is a BISC specific award and it's based on financial need, and it's up to $7,500. I encourage everyone who's applying to the BISC to also apply for this award on your Queen's Solus Student Center, which you'll have access to after you apply. There are many other awards, including things like our commitment bursaries for equity deserving groups. So I recommend you check out Queen's Financial Aid site for a comprehensive list. Lastly, I want to go over how to apply to the Bader International Study Center. You'll need to apply through OWAC, or the Ontario University's Application Center, as you would any other university here in Ontario. Now, one thing to note is the Castle has its own unique program codes. These are different than the Kingston campus. I'm going to give them to you now. If you're applying to the arts program, your program code will be QIA. For the sciences, it is QIS. For concurrent education in the arts, it is QIB. For concurrent education in the sciences, it is QIF. And lastly, health sciences is QIH. You could also check out our website and look at the first year page to see a list of those codes. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I really hope you enjoyed the presentation. Please feel free to follow us on Instagram. I also encourage you to take a look at our website, and if you have any questions, you can get in contact with me at castle@queensu.ca. I hope you have a great rest of your day.